Yeah, what's good, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. It's me, Trini Hope, and right now you just joined me on a special time, people. A real special time, cause today is gonna be a episode of Zooted and Booted. Y'all already know what Zooted and Booted is, man. I did a few of these videos, but they were trying not to laugh. So now we're gonna do Zooted and Booted spooky scary stories. Let's see how these stories hit when they're Zooted and Booted, you know what I'm saying? They hit different, trust me, I'm telling you, man. Cause them same old trying not to laugh when I'm sober, my boy, I'm like, yo, nah, that ain't it. But when I'm Zooted and Booted, it's like, let loose. Feel me? Hey, yo. So what we doing is, from what they say, these are true stories. Yes, people, they claim that these are actually true stories on these, some of these videos. So the title, as you can see when you clicked on this video, but before we go ahead and go forward, take this time right now, subscribe to the channel, you new, beautiful people, you. Yo, with that being said, these are three true Imegali horror stories. You know the little video chat thing, like you randomly pop up with someone random, a random person pops up on your screen, y'all just chit chat, whatever. Yeah, so these are three true. This is scary, man. Just tell you, there's a lot of weird people out there, man. For real. A lot of mentally ill, weird people out there. But yo, let's get it started, people, man. Let me shimmy myself to the corner as usual. Y'all know the drill, man. Y'all know the drill. You shimmy to the corner, B. So let's get started. Let me go up top. Let's get started to another episode of Zooted and Booted. Y'all with me now? You with me? I bet.
Hi, I am Max, and you can call me an extrovert. I love getting out and meeting new people. I'm an avid user of all the social media platforms, as they offer unlimited access to meeting strangers. Some might find this weird, but I can't go on without socializing, be it offline or online. So when my friend Daniel told me about this site, Omegle, I couldn't stop myself from checking it out. I was able to connect with people around the world and listen to their stories and share mine. The only thing I failed to anticipate is that the world is way more complicated than that. It was a rainy Thursday afternoon. I was playing Grand Theft Auto 5 on my PS5. My roommate Nash wasn't home that day, so it was just me in the two-story house amidst a thunderstorm. I yawned big while getting extremely bored and quit the game. Thinking about what I should be doing next, I opted for Omegle to chat with a bunch of strangers. FYI, I already used the site several times before that day, so I was perfectly okay with doing it again. I have done video calling at Omegle before, so I connected to the chat room without much ado. As the site took time to connect me to a stranger, I went to the kitchen to grab something to eat. I came back with a bowl of nachos and a Coke. My eyes didn't go to the screen immediately, as I was busy sorting my desk. All this time, I didn't notice that the chat had been connected, and the stranger on the other side was just watching me doing all these things, quietly. When I sat down on my chair and glanced at my computer screen for the first time, I almost got a heart attack. Two big bulky eyes were stuck to the webcam in a very freaky way. Whoever was on the other side came extremely close to the camera on purpose. Whoa, what the hell?
What?
Hi.
Oh, no.
The eyes went back, and I saw a weird-looking man sitting in a blue room. The blue light of that room was so unsettling that one could get a headache just by looking at it. The man kept staring at me, probably waiting for me to...
Looking like a bottle of ketchup.
We are going to be having some fun with the change to color tool. It's a great...
answer him back. but I didn't know what to say for a while.
Hey, yo, my boy,
Realizing I am
click
making
off
things
with that
even
right
more
now,
awkward,
man.
I promptly replied,
This is how all it
"Hi,
starts.
Hi, how are you?" It was fun to watch you come in and arrange your desk without you knowing I was watching you.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't notice the screen at first. So what's your name? My name is Max. And you are? I'm Anthony.
I hope you told him a fake
So,
name, bro.
where are you from, Anthony? Jacksonville. I was expecting he would ask me the same thing, but he stopped talking and looked
Look at
behind
the
him.
cracks on your
Right
forehead.
at that moment, I heard a muffled sound inside his room. I can't exactly explain the nature of that sound, but it was similar to a low whining. What was that? Nothing, just my pet Lucy. Oh, I see. Don't mind me asking, but why is your room so blue? These lights calm me down. I recently had a bad breakup, so I haven't been feeling myself lately.
Why you
That's sad
like
to hear.
that, bro?
What happened? Well, we were living together for a while, but one morning she just decided to leave me and go back to her ex. Girls are mean, I tell you. I don't think all of them are. Also, you'll get over it. Don't be so... Get over it? Get over it? You can't just get over someone you love with your everything. She is my soulmate. We are supposed to be together. I didn't expect a sudden outburst. Hence, I wasn't ready to react to it either. I just paused, feeling highly embarrassed, and then decided to apologize for making such a sly comment on his matter.
Oh, get up out of there.
I'm sorry. I had no idea. I hope you can forgive me. You're a sweet little boy.
Bro.
Of course. I'll forgive you. Do you have a girlfriend? Well, not yet. I have a crush on a girl in class, but I haven't told her yet. I'm not even sure if she likes me or not. Well, I can give you some tips to win her heart. Really?
Oh, nah.
What should I do then?
Don't listen
Follow
to
her
bro.
wherever she goes.
Wow.
Don't let any other guy come
Stalker.
near her. When a guy tried to talk to my girlfriend, I pushed him down the stairs and sent him to the hospital.
Stalker.
Problem solved.
Psycho.
What? Relax, I'm joking.
He ain't joking.
Or maybe not.
He ain't
The
joking.
more I talked to
That
this
boy
guy,
dead
the more I realized how paranoid he is. He was giving me tips on how to stalk my
Why he
crush
looking
and
like he
forcefully
in a Brady
proclaim my
Bunch?
love for her.
This ain't the
I soon
Brady Bunch,
realized
look.
this dude
ain't
is a
no
pure
hip-hop
nut job.
squares, nigga.
He was just being so creepy that after a point, it started to freak me out. He barely blinked, and every so often, I could hear that muffled whining in his room. Hey, are you even listening to me?
Oh,
Yeah, I was just thinking, it's late. Probably I should go offline now.
yeah, I think you should
Why?
hang it up on them.
We're having such a good time.
Nah,
Two
nah,
bros chilling and
Nah,
sharing
bro.
their
Nah,
girl
Beetlejuice.
problems.
Nah,
No, man,
Beetlejuice.
I better go.
And I
It was
ain't
nice
saying
meeting
your name
you.
a third time, my boy.
Don't you disconnect. I'm sorry, what? Don't you dare walk out on me. Do you know what I do to those who walk out on me? Saying this, he got up from his computer and went to the corner of the room. He switched on the room light, and I noticed his bed. Something was lying on it, covered with a blanket. Are you ready for the surprise, Max? Here it comes! Saying this, he pulled the blanket in one go, and what I saw made my stomach drop. A girl was lying on the bed. Her hands and
what?
legs were tied, along with her mouth. On top of
Yo!
her lay a dead body that was rotting vigorously. Its flesh was melting and falling off her body. Maggots were slowly crawling from that dead body to her face. It was the most disgusting sight one could witness. She whimpered while bursting into silent tears, and I finally understood the reality behind Anthony's pet, Lucy. The girl was facing the webcam, and I could see her looking at me with anxious eyes, asking for help. But there's no way I could have helped her at that moment. Lucy left me for her ex, even though I loved her with all I had. So now she is stuck with her ex forever. They are inseparable now. And I'm going to watch the maggots slowly eat her alive. You're a sick psycho. I'm calling the cops right now.
Yeah,
I'll make sure you
goddamn
rot in
spit
jail,
right.
you freak. You can try.
Freak
Hope
of
the cops
nature.
find me. Goodbye, Max. Don't you
Oh.
disconnect. Wait. Have a good night's sleep. No, wait. The chat got disconnected, and I sat there, speechless,
Told that man your
clueless,
name, bro.
like a statue. When I finally got my shit together, I called my roommate and told him everything.
You should've never told
The
that
next
man
day,
your name.
we went to the cops and filed a complaint about this guy. But finding one crazy psycho among a sea of humans through Omegle is next to impossible. The cops contacted the police in Jacksonville, but I bet it wasn't his real name. I have no idea if that girl is still alive. Because if she is, Anthony is probably watching her getting eaten by maggots alive.
Jeez. That's crazy, man. Yo.
My name is Jean.
Hey, yo, we gonna recap people, man. Let me recap, man. Let me take myself from out the corner. Yo. Old boy was on some craziness. Shorty said, I don't want you. I'm gonna go back to my ex. And my boy said, nah, you ain't going nowhere. Tied her up, put her on the bed, killed the ex till he rotted. And then he just put him, dead bodies, sliced off face, all that on top of her with a bunch of maggots stuff. Just so she dies under there and the maggots get to her after they finish him off. Damn. That's some crazy stuff, man. Hey, yo, no cap, bro. Bro. Remember what I told y'all. Remember what I told y'all in the beginning. All these are true stories. They actually happen. There's some sickos out there, people. Hey, yo, hide your kids, hide your wife. For real. There's some sickos out there, man. It's crazy, yo. With that being said, let's get back to story number 2. Story number 2. Put in the corner. Action.
And I'm 32. Every day, I remember that night as if it were yesterday. I was 17 years old, and my mom was on vacation. We had returned from the beach a few days earlier, but because of her seniority, my mom still had a week and a half to rest. That day, my mom didn't feel like cooking, so we decided to order food. My 9-year-old cousin was with us, and he insisted all night that he wanted pizza, so we indulged him.
So get the
While we
little
were
man
choosing
pizza.
between the pizza varieties, I left the Omegle open for my mother to entertain herself. Once we finished ordering, I walked over out of curiosity to see my mother, who was interacting with a young man, no more than 30 years old. The young man had blonde hair, and his brown eyes were shining on the monitor. The moment he saw me, he gave me a big smile
Freckleface.
and continued talking to my mother.
Got
Is
any
this your
sleep,
daughter?
freckle face?
She looks just like you.
I get that all
Have
the
you
time.
gotten much
Don't we
sleep,
have the
Freckles?
same nose?
Yes, but I wouldn't know whose mother.
Okay, that's enough, Casanova. Time for you to go play video games. I pulled my mom away from the computer and clicked next, but strangely, the guy was still there.
Hey, it was just a joke. You shouldn't scold your mom like that. She was just having a good time.
I can see why my mother had so much fun talking. I didn't know we had a clown in the room.
That's a little harsh, miss. Aren't you getting a little jealous?
Okay, bye. Without waiting for his response, I tried to close the Omegle, but it still didn't react. Somewhat confused, I opened the task manager and deleted the app's window, but it still wouldn't close. At that moment, I realized that the computer was malfunctioning, as the man kept talking to me.
That boy.
You don't
hacked
have
your
to be
computer,
jealous, you
man.
know. I like older women, but that doesn't mean I have anything against you.
Damn.
Although, I should wait until you turn 18.
How?
What the?
Anyway, the show's over, asshole. I'm taking the battery out of the notebook. I'll see you never.
Are you sure your mom would like a pizza with anchovies, honey? You sure? You didn't even bother to ask her.
Shocked, I stopped halfway to closing the notebook. As if the man knew what I was about to ask him, he kept talking.
No, Jean, there's no way your mom knew what pizza you ordered. nor did she tell me your name or your age. I know all this, and a lot of other things about your mom, your cousin, and you. Like your address, for example. If you dare to turn off the notebook, you'll get to know me a little better, too.
The man's voice suddenly changed. His relaxed and humorous appearance had become serious and composed.
So you better
This
chill
man
out.
seemed to perfectly calculate every word that came out of his mouth. What do you want? How do you know all this? For the first time, I had lost my angry teenage tone, and my voice became shaky and timid. Suddenly, I received an attachment that I innocently opened, knowing that it could have been a virus, but it wasn't. It was a video of my mother entering the house with groceries, unaware that she was being recorded. The recording was over, and I was seeing again the inflexible face of that man who was looking at me as if he was dead. I, on the other hand, had my eyes wide open, still in shock at what I had just seen.
I'm only interested in answering
told
the
you,
first
man, there
question,
bunch of
since at
weirdos
this
out
moment,
there, bruh.
I only want you to charge the
crazy.
notebook, since it only has 17% of battery life.
Praying the man was wrong, I checked the battery and found, to my horror, that it was true. I felt so overwhelmed that while crying, I just stood up and put the notebook to charge, while my mother watched in astonishment, and my cousin kept asking for pizza. At that moment, I realized that I was facing a hacker, and I was at his mercy.
Now we'll do this, little Jean. Your mom will go get the savings she has hidden in the hole in her bedroom wall. Then she'll go downstairs and tip it to the pizza boy. She'll go back upstairs, and your cousin will enjoy the most expensive anchovy pizza of his life.
How do I know they'll leave us alone after this?
Girl, you've seen too many movies. Drop the heroin act and make sure you don't keep the delivery guy waiting. He's got more deliveries to make.
As I turned around to talk to my mom, she already had the money, and with tears in her eyes, she told me she loved me and went downstairs to deliver it. At that moment, a second camera opened to the entrance of the apartment, where we could see that some men grabbed my mother, who, even though she screamed and resisted, could not do anything against the men, who put her in a van and accelerated. As we cried, my cousin and I tried to reason with the man.
That's crazy.
Jean, what are those men doing to Auntie?
My mother had all the money. Why are you doing this to us? I swear it was all. My mom wouldn't lie about this.
Don't cry, little Jean. This was never about the money. It's just a big game. And congratulations. You guys won. This was because I ordered the pizza? I don't want it anymore. Give me back my aunt. Guys, I don't think you understand. This isn't about pizza or omigu. If it weren't this way, you would have received an Instagram call, WhatsApp, phone call, or even a home visit. I actually have to thank you, because through Omegle, I was able to get to know you better.
I still remember how desperate I was. I tried to call the police, but my phone had no signal. I tried to escape from the house, but we were locked in. I even shouted, but no neighbor approached. It was as if everyone was involved in this. After a few minutes, the man who had silently observed all our desperation spoke again.
Children, it's showtime. Please look at the screen.
Suddenly, another window opened, and in it was my mother. She was tied to a chair. She was in a dimly red-lit room. Then, a masked man rushed up to my mom and violently
Yo!
stabbed her with a knife. My cousin and I screamed desperately in indescribable pain. It was as if the world had come crashing down on us in just 2 seconds.
Yo, this was a true
The
story.
camera was replaced with a photo of a vote that read as follows. Mother, 47%. Daughter, 31%. Child, 22%.
Yo.
Congratulations, little Jean. I want you to know that not everyone turns around a result in such a way, but apparently our sponsors liked you so much that they decided they wanted to see you as an orphan. Kids usually lose, especially if the parents are home to witness their punishment. Anyway, it was a good show, one of the best of the week.
Nuts.
I wish you kids a good life.
And so, as soon as it started, the nightmare ended. The next night, my aunt came to pick up her son and found out everything that had happened. She started taking care of me from then on, but a few years later, I inherited my mother's share after my grandparents passed away, and I was able to live on my own. As I grew up, I didn't follow in my family's footsteps. I started studying computer security, knowing that someday, somewhere in the deep web, I will find the people who killed my mother.
That is crazy, bro. That is crazy, man. Yo. They came and swiped Mondukes up like, psych! We ain't got no pizza. What you talking about? Get over here. Yo. They had actual people voting who's the one that's gonna get slaughtered. And the people mostly voted for the moms. That just blows my mind, dude. Like, dude, they said these are true stories, bro. That got converted to animated stories. That is, yo, people are nuts, bro. Be careful, man. There's a lot of sick puppies out there. Seriously. But yo, take this time right now, subscribe to the channel, join the family, and let's get it on the pop into story number 3. So let me shimmy on back to the corner. Let's see what story number 3 got going on.
The internet can be a messed up place for messed up people. A few years ago, there was a real popular craze with this website called Omegle. It lets you video chat with random people from around the world. It's pretty crazy. That night, a few friends and I were back at my place, and we were trying Omegle for the very
homie on the
first
way
time.
left looked like homeboy
Steve
from
had
Harry
told
Potter.
us how he met this girl using Omegle, and they were going on a date that Sunday. She's so cool, you guys. Like, we're basically the same person, and to be honest, he wouldn't shut up about her. Then there was Marco. Marco was shy and calm, the polar opposite of Steve. I wouldn't date someone I met on the internet, but tell us how it goes. Maybe she's cool. Steve seemed offended by that, but he let it slide. Sure, bud. Come on, let's get this started. I got to the website, checked my camera and the microphone. Everything was ready. We spoke to some people. Some of them were cool, some were clearly weird. One good thing about Omegle is that it allows you to skip people, so when something goes wrong, you can always get out of there. And then we met him. We still didn't know his name, but when we started talking to him, we noticed the skip button was grayed out. We could not click it. He introduced himself as Marco, the name of my friend. Hello, my name is Marco. I go to Riverside High, and I'm the president of the chess club. Now, this may sound normal to you, but the scary thing was that it was the perfect description of my friend, Marco. Riverside High School was our school, and Marco was the president of the chess club. To make matters worse, this other Marco was wearing the same shirt as our friend. I looked to the side, and Marco was trembling with fear, his eyes wide open, looking at the screen. What the hell? Is this some sort of prank? Who put you up to this? The guy on the screen, this doppelganger, simply smiled. I told you. You guys, I'm Marco. Who was that guy next to you? Quit messing around. This is Marco. You're some idiot who's pranking us. No, I'm your friend. That's not the real Marco. Come on, Steve, Peter, it's me. He did look identical to Marco. Oh, come on, guys. Shut it off. This is freaking me out. Do not shut this down. Guys, that guy is not me. He's going to hurt you. Okay, enough. I don't know who you are, but this is our friend, and you're not going to mess with us. You're not the real deal, Marco. Oh, yeah? Then how did I get inside this room? He pulled back and showed us. The posters of that girl from Queen's Gambit, the chessboards, and the checkered drapes on the window. That was Marco's room. He was at his home. How did you get in my house? Marco was standing up, trembling. He'd gone pale. Because this is my house. I'm calling the cops. I'm calling my parents. Marco got his phone and dialed up his parents, putting them on the speakerphone. Mom, is that you?
Yes? Sweetheart, what's wrong?
Marco froze. How could he explain this? Mom, when's the last time you saw me? Marco had just left home after dinner to come to my place. We lived a few blocks away. His mom's answer chilled us to the bone.
What do you mean, silly? I saw you 2 minutes ago when you went up to your room.
Marco nearly fell on his butt. I looked at the screen, and the imposter was smiling ear to ear. Mom, that's not me. I don't know who it is, but whoever is in the house, it's not me. Please, call the cops.
Don't be silly, honey. I'll come up right now. I needed to talk to you anyway.
No, Mom, please don't. She had hung up. A couple of minutes later, we saw it all unfold. On the screen, the imposter was laughing, but he was very still. A moment later, the door opened behind him, and when Marco's mom approached the imposter, he turned around in his chair. The woman clearly did not recognize him and stepped back, but he stood up and jumped on her.
Yo!
Sending her to the ground.
Yo!
No! Mom!
Yo!
A moment later, the imposter stood up and looked at the screen. He was covered in blood and holding a knife in his hand. Look at what you did to your mom! Marco was on his knees. He could not stop crying. You just
these
killed
are true
your
stories,
mama.
dude. Yo!
The man on the screen began laughing hysterically.
These are true stories?
And now you're gonna kill your dad and your little sisters. Steve was the only one who snapped everyone out of it. He stood up, went to the back of my computer, and pulled the plug. Let's go! He yelled the order, and we started running down the stairs. My parents asked what was happening, so I told them something bad happened at Marco's place. Please call 911 and tell them to go there immediately. We made it to the street, and we ran to Marco's house.
Yo.
When we got there, it was too late. The door was open, and all the lights were out. When we came into the hallway, there were blood splatters on the wall, and in the living room, there were the bodies of Marco's dad and his two little sisters. Marco fell to the floor, shaking and crying. Goddamn bastard! A few moments later, the police showed up and took Marco away. We told them everything that had happened, but they did not believe it. An identical doppelganger? They thought we were crazy. But we all know what we saw. Marco moved in with me, and over time, we bonded. He became a brother to me, and we've moved on with our lives. Except for the fact that they never caught the doppelganger. I know Marco will not rest until he finds out what happened to his family.
That's crazy, bro. Bro. Hey, yo, the one thing that I still blows my mind is that these are actual true stories. Like, this actually happened. Like, wow. I'm never going on that app. I'm telling you right now, I'm never going on that app. I'm all set. Hey, yo, YouTube, fellow Avengers, newcomers, welcome all. If you are not subscribed to this beautiful channel, what you waiting for, people? Subscribe right now. Join the family and let's get it on the popping. Roll to 1,000. Yes, sir. Roll to 1,000. But yo, with that being said, until next time, my fellow beautiful people, my fellow Avengers, I'm your man's Trini Hulk. Yes, sir.